it's your girl Stylist Raven, and today I wanted to talk about allergies in outdoor running. So I took a couple of little notes that I wanted to kind of point back and forth on. So if y'all see me look down and I'm not looking directly at you, still know that I'm talking to you. I just kind of wanted to share because I do run, and here lately I have not been running because of my allergies. Even though I know the things to do, it's just mine get so severe and I'm so scared of shots. So I don't want to go get the steroid shot. So anyway, instead of rambling on, I'm just going to jump into this video. As we all already know, running, especially when you run, it puts a lot of stress on your lungs, opens them up, you know, a lot because you're breathing harder, stuff like this. And you're making your lungs basically work double time. So during allergy season, that's like super serious. It's stressful to your body, but not in like a bad way. However, if you are highly sensitive to allergies, it can be very, very uncomfortable for you. You'll almost feel like you have the flu, especially like if you are not getting enough rest, which is me, like your most common mom. Then it kind of just, it makes it harder because the running already increases like your breathing rate. So when that happens, it allows for you to take in more allergens because you're inhaling more allergens, if that makes sense to you. My very first suggestion would be to get tested by an allergist. Go to an ear, nose, and throat doctor, get a referral, go to an allergist, or you know, something like that, so you can see what it is that you're actually that's triggering your allergies, whether it's indoor allergies, outdoor allergies, tree sap, pollen, grass, ragweed, you know, like whatever it is, outdoor allergies just in general, and see which ones you're more hypersensitive to. This way you can check like your local pollen counts. And I think it's www.pollen.com because I go on there frequently. You go on there and you check them, and you can see which ones are higher that day, so you'll know like, okay, this one doesn't affect me as much, so I can probably still run during peak time, or I can still run during this time, or you know, whatever. For me, running anywhere between like 5 a.m. in the morning till about 10 is always the worst for me. Even if I'm laying like in my bed and I open the back door just to let the dogs out to go to the restroom, just that air coming in the house, the pets coming back in with those allergies, is like I'm automatically sneezing and all that. So imagine trying to run in that, you know, it really, like my allergies are going now, sorry. So for me, like if it's super strong that day, I'll typically run kind of like in the afternoon. I'll do like a 12 o'clock run, which still makes it pretty good because for me, that's like the heat of the day. And I always feel like if I run when it's like the heat of the day, even though it's not the safest thing, if you're out of shape or anything, that's the quickest way to get in shape. Because typically when you're going to run, it's going to be cool, morning or evening, you know. But if you run in and say like you're out of shape, it builds that endurance so that when you do run when it's cool, it's not as bad. So if you can't, you know, like if those hours or whatever, if you're like me and those hours bother you, I would definitely say running like afternoon or evening. Even if it's like poor air quality, because some people are sensitive to that. Believe it or not, poor air quality doesn't really, it messes with me, but not as much as like allergy season. And most people think allergy season is just in the spring. No, that's not true. This is the fall. Like this past spring, I was fine because I was taking local honey. Like I was going to the feed store getting local honey, and I would take a tablespoon of it a day, and I was fine. However, now that fall has started, literally like the day before the first day of fall, my allergies started up, and it's been awful. The honey ain't working no more. So suggestions that I've done in the past that I would probably suggest, you can take an over-the-counter pill, whether it's like some type of allergy pill, Claritin, Zyrtec, an Equate, Benadryl, a Benadryl, you know, whatever it is that you take. Just know that eventually your body gets accustomed to it, so you kind of have to keep switching between them because it's almost like it stops working. Nasal sprays, I get those because a lot of times, like after I'll run, I'll shoot them in there to kind of like wash out any allergen that, you know, went up into my nose. I'll gargle my mouth after a run, you know, because I feel like when you're running, sometimes your mouth is open and it goes into there. And I'll definitely wash my face, because of course it comes into your eyes, and that's the first thing for me. My eyes, ears, and throat will start to itch or swell, and so those are like some of the first things I'll do. When it gets horrible, I'll go in and get a steroid shot. But steroid shots, the after effects of them, they hurt for me. I can still feel where I got stuck with a steroid shot like a month later. That's how bad steroid shots are for me. So like a saline nasal spray, I already said that. Showering and shampooing. I will shower immediately after my run. I won't try to sit down, especially if I ran outdoors today. I'll go jump in the shower and I will shampoo my hair. If y'all want to see a video about how not to dry out your hair for certain ethnicities from showering every day, drop it in the comments below, and I'll be happy to show you how to do it without drying out your hair. But I would definitely suggest still shampooing, because you know, you may be like, well, I don't have time to shampoo, I gotta go to work, I gotta do it, because if not, it's just attracted to your hair anyway. It attracts to the protein in your hair naturally, should I say. So it's something you want to definitely wash out, so that you're not running around all day and you're still having the same thing even though your body's clean. Precautions that you can take outside: you can limit the time that you're outside. You can designate a set time to run, so that you're limiting that time that you're out there. You can wear a hat, typically with a brim or a full circle hat, you know, something like that is always good to wear. You can wear a wraparound sunglasses, like the ones you use when you cutting or doing yard work, something like those. Or you could just wear sunglasses in general. You can wear those. When I was a kid and I used to pick pecans, my grandfather would give me his lawn glasses and I would put those on, and it would keep all of that from flying into my eyes. So that's why I suggest the wraparound glasses. A bandana, you know, to cover it, like your nose, or like a little mask. A lot of times with me as a cosmetologist, we have the little mask that we use when we're doing colors and chemicals, and you put that on and it covers the nose and the mouth, so it keeps things from, it's not going to keep it from going in, it still comes through the material, but it definitely protects it from going in as much as it would if you didn't have it. You can also decrease the intensity of your runs. So like for me, whenever I do speed runs, those are harder for me because I'm not a sprinter, so I'm more of a like middle to long distance runner. So if I wouldn't go on a day when the allergens are at their highest and do a speed workout, I would change my workout, because I know that that's going to cause me to work even harder than when I normally work. So I would alter that to fit, basically to accommodate myself, in so many words. You can go run in the gym. I do have a gym membership. I don't like running on a treadmill. This is like the hardest on your knees. That's like being on a track that's made of concrete, because you know a track is supposed to be a certain thing, so that when you run on it, it's like light ground and stuff. Running on concrete is harder on your knees and your shins and all of that. I played soccer. I know. So being on the treadmill is just that much more worse. But if you have no other option, then you can definitely run inside on a treadmill. Another thing I'll do sometimes is I'll run in my house. Like I'll run up and down my hallway, and I'll just make sure that I run for a certain amount of time, like a jog. It's not like a full out run, and it gets very boring. But if you put on some music and stuff, you can make it through. Make sure the same thing, like I said, run in the gym if it's that bad outside. If it's a warm front, don't run through that. If it's allergy season, try not to really run at those peaks. If you're tired and you're not getting enough rest, don't go out and run, because your body is just like, your immune system is weak, so you're going to attract even more than that. Same thing if you're sick. Like a lot of times people will be like, oh, I'm gonna get up and go run because I'm sick, and just sweat out that cold. But if the allergens are really high that day and you're going to do that, you really just put yourself in a worse position. Heavy fog, or or air pollution or anything like that, try to avoid those things. Those are just things you can try to kind of run around or wait till it clears up. A lot of people do not know this. Runner's itch is actually an allergy. So when you get that feeling like when you're running and you get to tingling, I was going to try to Google it and read it to y'all, but I'll just give y'all the thing on it. When you're running and you get to that itchy feeling, that's actually an allergen, because those things are kind of like sticking to you, and so it causes the blood flow to go one way, but then at the same time those allergens that are in the air are sticking to your skin and stuff like this, so it's not good. That's why I always tell people, like, if you're going to run, don't lotion, don't put an oil, don't use Vaseline, none of those things that's going to make it stick. A lot of women will put things on our stomach to make us sweat, you know, because you want to sweat more, but all those allergens stick to that, and so that can cause runner's itch as well. Taking meds correctly. So this is a big thing. I don't know, y'all let me know your thoughts on it. Sometimes, like, I remember I had a doctor one time that would tell me, take the medicine before I would go run. And then I had another doctor that told me, no, that's incorrect. You take the medicine after you come from running, and then it helps with the symptoms, because when you go, before you go, you lose the energy, you're more lethargic, and you're pretty much just masking. Yeah, you might not be sneezing and all that, but as soon as you come back from that run, it's going to be intensified, versus as if you just go run and you come out and you clean and wash and all that and then take it, is the side effects are not, you're not going to sneeze as much, you're not going to cough as much or itch as much or whatever. So I don't know, y'all let me know which way y'all like to do it. I usually take it after I go run now, because I did notice it was a big difference in me taking allergy medicine before I went and ran. So taking your meds correctly. I already told y'all about doing like local honey or something like that. Anti-inflammatory foods. You can do apples, broccoli, kale, citrus fruits like grapefruits or oranges or lemons, spinach, turmeric. You can pour a little bit in your water and you drink it, or, you know, whatever, or however it is you do it. Chai and avocado. These are all like anti-inflammatory foods, which are good if you put them in your body and you eat them throughout the week consistently. It gives you like a natural vaccine, should I say, or remedy to like your allergies. One big thing that I like to do to kind of help is, like, I'll do an extended warm-up, meaning like I'll either walk half a mile before I run, or I'll do something just to kind of like open up my lungs somewhat and practice my breathing. That way by the time I get ready to run, I'm not the first 7 minutes of my run trying to warm up at that time and breathing all that in. So it's almost like I'm doing it at a lesser rate than what the allergens would come in, if that makes sense. And then I'll do a stretch, and after my stretch, then I'll do my run. So I don't know, I shared my experiences with y'all to try to get tips from y'all, so y'all can kind of tell me what it is, because I know a lot of times I want to look cute too when I go running and everything like that. But however, when allergy season is here, all that's out the window. I got my hat, I got my glasses, I got my mask on, and I'm out there looking like a crazy person. So y'all let me know what it is y'all do, any tips, anything y'all have. Again, I am your girl Stylist Raven. I'm so glad to share this with y'all. Please share this video. Maybe it can help somebody else, or maybe people can, by you sharing it, can help me with something I may not, you know of or whatever. So in the meantime, I love y'all. Y'all enjoy, and happy allergy season, I guess. Go run. Remember, every day is a new chance to start. So even if you run for literally 5-10 minutes, just get out there and go do it, and try to keep yourself healthy. Don't worry about so much your overall look. Worry about your heart and keeping yourself healthy, okay? Bye.